welcome to the first ever Planet Coaster 2 Mega Park Spotlight. That is right, we have an end-to-end, sprawling, multi-themed Mega Park to check out with dozens upon dozens of roller coasters and attractions. I couldn't be more excited. This is going to be an epic video. So hit that subscribe and like button and let's get right on into it. Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. Today we're looking at Wildwood Amusements, created by Parlotrix76. They are a golden patron. Thank you so much for your support. You are being featured first. I have a bunch of park submissions in. That is great news for everybody. But this one is going to be the first one ever because they are supporting the show through the Patreon program. If you guys want to get your stuff seen first, check out the Patreon program down in the description below. Let's see what they have to say about their park here. Hey, yo, Johnny. This is my first ever Planko submission, first Planko 2 build. I have severe arthritis in both my hands due to the years of warehouse work. Oof. So some stuff may be a bit janky. Also, the pathing was way confusing at first, but as you progress, you can see better paths. Some buildings, main entrance, main roundabout, 3 of the hotels, popcorn stands, and flat rides in the mythology area were made by the workshop. Thank you for shouting them out. Signs to credit. I added extra scenery, gardens, and moved pieces to fit. Ah, I see. Signs to credit is a really good idea, you guys, if you are using something from the workshop. Not a bad idea to use a sign that credits them. Otherwise, 94% of the creations, I used Planko pieces and buildings already made by Planko and manipulated, duplicated, and tore apart to recreate the aesthetic and overall look and feel. I like it. Not mad at it at all. I would take a leftward approach to traveling through, as that is how I built it up. This is a mega park that features 13 roller coasters, a plethora of themed flat rides, 3 themed areas, 6 hotels, pools, and water slides. And I have made sure to add loads of speakers with much immersion, and tried to remember to put park music on my coasters. Yay! As I know that's a big pet peeve of yours. I'm a bit nervous to get featured, but I would appreciate any feedback. But I hope everyone loves it as much as I do. First real park I am really proud of. And you're the first real park of Planet Coaster 2 being featured on the show. Technically, you are Park Spotlight 644 in the grand scope of Planet Coaster Park Spotlights. However, you are Park Spotlight number 1 for the new Planet Coaster 2 series. So very cool. You have been chosen first, and I'm super excited about this. So let's delay no further, ladies and gentlemen, and get right on into it. Wow, frickin' we made it. Hey yo, my Planet Coaster friends. Oh my god, I am so excited. I knew it was going to be a hot minute before Park started making it to the inbox. We waited almost, I think, a month now, right? So here we are. Planet Coaster 2 Park Spotlight. And I gotta say, it's running pretty good. Getting 115 frames per second. YouTube is maxed at 60. So we're capped. And it's a full end-to-end park. So good job, Frontier, making a smooth game this time around. Now, a couple things to point out. When we see signs like this, I'm assuming that's because Zion made this park entrance. So shout out to Zion. And they did say they used some of the pre-made assets that are in the game. And I completely, wholeheartedly agree with that decision. I'm playing campaign mode on my, some of you guys might be watching my campaign. I recognize this. I used it in my career mode playthrough. And I love it. I love these builds that Frontier has provided us to help us better improve the gaming experience, because that is something that Planet Coaster 1 severely lacked. There was like nothing in the base game. You had to make it all yourself, everything. So the fact that there's actually something, there we go, Zivalor made this little hut here, this little townhouse build, Main Street build, quite nice. Yeah, so if you're gonna make a park, right, and you're brand new to the game, use the things that get you ahead. If you built every single thing piece by piece, it's gonna take you a year, and we will see that eventually. But probably not for a year from now. So I like it, you know? There's some filler in between. You can modify, rip apart, and change things, and make a really good park in a shorter amount of time. I don't know what's going. Oh, this is staff facilities, I see. Well, they said they wanted me to take the AFK Master. I like it. It feels like a Project Planko spotlight because we're looking at the builds and shouting out people. So good job, Harlow Tricks. Very intuitive. You know, obviously they've watched the channel and they had the intuition to say, hey, I'm going to include these signs to show people out that I've used their work. Again, another build by AFK Master. And I really appreciate that. I really do, because you know, maybe AFK Master tunes into the show. That's my build. Hey, and you got a shout out. And maybe that's something we can search for on the workshop. I don't know about the search functions, but maybe it makes it easier to find these blueprints if you guys see something you like. So we are going to try to keep to the left as they asked. And I think that takes us to the Viking area. Would have been nice to, that's an editable sign. Put the name of the area on that sign. But we are here in a Viking village. We've seen plenty of Viking coasters on the show so far, and I've been very curious to see how a Viking village looks. Oh, that single rail looks incredible. Oh my god. I'm so excited, you guys. Dragon's Lair and Tea Time, but there's an arrow pointing this way. I'm gonna go in here and see what's going on. Oh, Tea Time. I think we featured this on a ride spotlight. Yeah, we did. Awesome. It's fun because I've wait, is this? Oh, this is the queue. Here we go. I've featured almost everything that has been submitted. I mean, there's more coming in. Not everything. Oh no, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. What? This is a thing? No. Okay, what was I saying? There were like 350 submissions, and I did the math, and I think I've featured 250 so far. So there's about 100 left of, you know, various different styles. But with the amount of stuff that's coming in, I have been working endlessly to try to fit as many coasters into coaster spotlights and as many creations into the blueprint spotlights and keep that number down so we don't, you know, have a never-ending list of 2,000 plus creations that'll take me 8 years to feature. So we're doing a good job keeping it down, but with that, a lot of these things, if you're using stuff from the workshop, become recognizable. Okay, we can look at coaster stats while we're here, and it's fun to see and recognize some of the creations. Because it's a dragon, a junior, I want to ride the back. Yay, blunk, 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 blunk. Okay, our first ever coaster spotlight within a park spotlight. I'm here for it. Let's freaking go. It's a Viking creation. Look how beautiful Planet Coaster is. I've been waiting for this moment. You know, this is where the Planet Coaster 2 spotlights really start getting exciting, right? I've been waiting for this moment. Like, look, there's a Greek mythology park over there, themed area. When you start to see all of the... Whoa, that's a bit jank. When you see all of the stuff coming together in a park setting, I think that's where you're going to really see how beautiful and amazing Planet Coaster 2 really shines, right? It's running beautifully. We're locked in, and it looks like the lighting and stuff, it looks incredible. This is the true experience right here. Hello, bye now. We're getting off the ride. And the new and improved Tegid cam, or whatever you call it, guest cam, is really, really cool. I wanted to, other than getting stuck on that railing, one of the little games I want to play, we're not going to go on the teacups, but there's another look at them there. We have 13 coasters here to ride today, so it's going to be a doozy. So Tea Time would have been the other one. I see, now I understand the arrows. When you go in To the left is Tea Time, and to the right is Dragon's Lair. Gotcha. One of the things I want to try with this format is to never leave guest view. I want to experience the whole park, even if I get lost, because I think this is something we normally couldn't do in Freyja. Planet Coaster 1 is really get a good in-depth experience of what it's like to be a guest in a park, because the guest cam wasn't very good in that game. So now it's like, how good is your park in terms of navigation, path work, and all that stuff? Do I get lost? Do I run down too many dead ends? Does it have a good flow to it? Well, we'll find out by being a guest start to finish, and I like that. For this one, we're gonna do front bumper because it is a single rail coaster. Have the smoothest ride experience possible. Let's go. Woo! This one has a beautiful waterfall. It's going up on the big Viking mountaintops here. It looks really sensational from a distance. Uh-oh. Couple clipping rocks here and there, but that's okay. And love the music. Let's go! Whoa. This is quite the track length. A little bit of a spaghetti mess at times, but whoa. And a couple errors there. Always ride your coasters and make sure nothing like that happens. But I am enjoying the single rail, how smooth it is. Tons of coaster elements. I think you could have trimmed it back a little bit, but you know what? Can't complain. There's a lot of coaster here. Oh. Yeah, I saw a couple floating trees, a couple floating rocks. We've dipped into the ground a few times. These are just minor hiccups, really. It's just a quality assurance pass. That's all that's required here. Wait, we saw this one, or did we? Yeah, I feel like we've seen this in a ride spotlight, right? Thornton. I kind of want to check this one out, to be honest. So we need to hire a gardener. Can I jump over this? Let's go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I want to get on this because get a nice look at the park from a flat ride perspective. Saw a couple floating boxes there. We want to switch the row. Here we go. Little feetsies. Yes, here we go. Look at the waterfall there by the single rail. It's a really good captivating vista here. I like it. All right. And then we pop out, we're at the exit. Look at this. This is gonna be a night. This is a fun experience being able to do an entire park spotlight in guest view without ever breaking our immersion. Never popping out to camera sandbox view unless something goes completely wrong. Which I'm hoping it doesn't. Look at this little Viking Plaza food court area. Like it. Come up here and have a seat. Very nice. See a wooden coaster back there? How did I miss that? Valhalla. Very cool. I feel like everybody uses the same words like Freyja, Valhalla, Thor, Odin, you know, like everybody's using the Viking mythology names. And I'm like, have I seen this? I definitely heard the name before. How many Valhalla coasters have we ridden already is the question. All right, we got green across the board. Here's a look at the ride stats if you want to see them. Max speeds is almost 100 kilometers per hour. And a little bit of airtime, 6 airtime counts total. Biggest drop is 35 meters. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. We're gonna ride the back of the train. I like riding the back on a wooden coaster. Let's go. Definitely one of the best wooden coasters we've seen so far, and that is due to the fact that it's in a park, right? We featured a few wooden coasters on Coaster Spotlight blueprints so far, but when you're doing a, wait, what is this? Oh, that is a splash ride. Or is it a splash ride? It just spins you around. I think it splashes. Yeah, there's water in there. When you're submitting a coaster to the show for the bundles, doing a blueprint, it's really hard to theme a wooden coaster because you can't really manipulate the terrain or save the terrain into a blueprint. And that one had a lot of hills, had a lot of environment, took you through a little bit of the back end of the park there, and, you know, navigated that terrain quite gracefully. Then on top of that, you added the theming in there as well. So as a result, and it had a great coaster layout. So as a result, I feel like it was one of the better Woodies I've seen so far. And I was anticipating, you know, wooden coasters are one of my favorites, and I knew we weren't really going to see any really incredible ones until we get to the parks. Ragnarok. Heavy metal, I love it. Ooh. So that's the exit, right? That's the queue. Now we got a steel top RMC. Can't jump the rails. Ugh. See, this is what I was not looking forward to. In guest cam, you can't jump the rails unless they're touching. So, oh, see, like this. I think I could jump this. Yep. If you're making really long queues, guys, give me a shortcut or a fast pass. Okay. Let's try a seat view. We might get some flailing arms. If it's horrendously bad, we'll ride it again. Let's go. Getting a little bit wet already. Look at this. And I would say the same thing's going to apply to the RMCs as I just mentioned for the Woodies. Oh no, we're getting cloudy weather in our park spotlight. Here we go. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Thematically speaking, it's very fun. It was Viking the whole way through. Great music. The coaster track itself, you could definitely see where it's wobbly at points, and you just need to go in there with the smooth tool. Grab one or two segments, smooth in between, like that corner right there. We can get that to bank a little harder and smooth the transition between the pieces. Same with that hill there. So just a couple points of smoothing, but overall, really nice experience. Okay, looks like we have a log flume or river rapids as well. I have not ridden one of those in Planet Coaster 2. In fact, there hasn't been a lot of rides submitted. So if that's something you guys are interested in building, Ride Spotlight is suffering. What you checking out? How's the burger? Okay. I didn't realize that the guests can have two, like, I don't know, it seems like such a silly thing, but she had a burger and a drink. So she bought those at two different shops, and it just, yeah, it's neat because now both her hands are full. It's just such a small thing, but I like it because, yeah, she had the burger in one hand, she went to the drink shop, got a drink, and now she has a drink. Now she has food in both hands. And now I'm curious to know, like, what are the different food combinations that the guests like? Can you have a burger in both hands? I want a burger in both hands. We'll have to look for it now, see what kind of things people are holding on to. I hate these rides. In real life, I went on one when I was really young. My cousin, she freaked out so bad, they had to stop the ride and let us off. And her freaking out made me freak out, which made my sister freak out. And we had three little kids all screaming. And they stopped the ride and kicked us off. It was horrifying. Yeah. And this is back in like probably, I would say, the 90s. Yeah, the 90s. So they weren't made very nicely. Wow. We were just wee little kids. So where's that? Oh no. So this is ooh, we need some janitors. The ride kicks us off and we have to go run back to the middle. I don't know what all these things are. That might be a coaster, hopefully. Let's go on in. But I do like how all the entrances are converged in one little plaza. And we got the shortcut. Yay, thank you. Amazing. There we go. It is in fact a coaster. Ooh, log flume? What is this? We do get the test ratings at the top, but we don't get the info of what type of ride it is, right? But there is, what kind of views can we get on this? Oh, it is a log from the looks of it. Look at this. Yeah, I'll go with this view. Hello. Oh. Yeah, even like this shot here, this is just the sandbox, right? We got the mountains, some trees, but somehow it just looks immersive. It looks amazing. And I feel like Planet Coaster 2 has done a good job of doing some of the heavy lifting for us. There have been times in Planet Coaster Water I'm like, oh, there's the sandbox. Oh, that doesn't look too good. And in this game, I'm like, wow, look at that horizon. Look at those mountains. It's amazing. And that has been one of the biggest improvements for me that I've enjoyed the most. The lighting, the background, the scenery, the weather, you know, just how good the game looks in general, that even if you aren't the best at doing nature work and placing trees that aren't floating, the game will do a good job at making it look good. And I love that. I love that about this game. It's a much needed improvement from that of Planet Coaster 1. It's incredible. Yeah, even the trees look amazing, right? Uh-oh, gonna get wet here. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, getting our heads cut off by that lantern. Oh no. Duck! Donk. Oh, she ducked right when I said to. That was hilarious. Wow. Amazing. And there we are. We're back at the station. Pop off the exit. So the only thing I don't like about this network, and I don't know how you would improve it, every time we get off these rides, we gotta run all the way around and back into the center here. I think what could have been cool is, I don't know if how you would have done it, but an exit for all 5 of them converging to one point, so they all come down like this way and back here. But seems tricky to pull off. Or maybe 2 exits, like one on for the left and one on the right, then everybody comes down. This one definitely has an exit over here. So what else do we got? Is this a coaster? Inverted 4-seater? Indeed. KAIJIN. There's a look at the ride results if you want to see them. Some pretty crazy 8 vertical G-forces, -7, max speeds of 120 kilometers per hour, 6 inversions. Wow. Well, we're the only one on this. The guests are too scared to ride this one. Let's find out why. 100% underwater and into a tree? What is happening here? So far, it's pretty smooth. I've noticed that with the Planet Coaster Planet Coaster 2 coasters, even though when the heat maps show they're really extreme in certain areas, when you ride it, it doesn't feel that jarring. Part of me is a little curious to go look at the heat maps, but I don't want to break immersion. Maybe if I remember something we could check out at the end. So where does this one kick us off? This is actually bringing us back to the center like I suggested. Just kind of pops us out the side here. Okay, I like that. And last but not least is, I can't say that for the life of me, Stornuljos, maybe? Anyways, I love these Viking boarding stations. The woodwork is so appreciated because I feel like in Planet Coaster 1 we didn't have like really fancy intricate wood pieces. We had to make them from scratch, and with the Viking stuff it's just innately amazing. Whoa, what is happening here? Green across the board. Here's a look at the ride results. We got some rock and roll music. I'm here for it. Wow. Let's do track view. Sounds like Aerosmith. Let's go! I love how it's just like gibberish. This is amazing. It's definitely like Planko Aerosmith. Let's go. Now I want to go play Guitar Hero. Awesome. Fast and Furious. I did not expect that whatsoever. We're still in the Viking zone, but it took us for a spin. Love to see it. This exit looks a little bit janky. People are gonna fall off. We need to enable railings when we're up here. So far the park has been really, really fun. I love the different areas. I'd say the only thing that this builder needs to do in terms of feedback is just a QA pass, right? Walk around the park yourself. Like I said, that area probably needed some rails, and there were a few parts where we smashed into rocks and trees on the coaster. So just ride your coasters again, because I know when you're in the final pass, you're like, I've ridden the coaster, I know the coaster's great, and then you're like, let me just put some trees in, and then a tree gets onto your coaster or gets in the way of your coaster, right? And then, you know, in your mind, the coaster didn't have any issues until afterwards when you did your final touches. So just do another QA pass, walk around your park, double check if everything's going swimmingly and that sort of thing. But, you know, the overall compositions and how everything's come together has been immersive. It's been fun, and we're seeing a great variety of the pieces, and I'm looking forward to checking out the mythology area. This Viking area is quite vast. Oh, that's just a swinging ship. Well, you know what? We've already committed. I was like, I could turn around or I could just get off the exit. Now, this is something I would like to know from you guys down in the comments below. Is this something you want to see? Do you want me to go on the flat rides? So I like the flat rides in Planet Coaster 2 because, look, you can customize them, right? And from the looks of things, a lot of you have been enjoying our flat ride Blueprint Spotlight episodes, right? People like to see what you can do with these. In the past, there have been a lot of generic flat rides in Planet Coaster 1, and I just kind of skipped by them. And in a park spotlight format, when you got a dozen plus coasters to ride, it doesn't leave you with a whole lot of time to check out the flat rides. But this is Planet Coaster 2. So if you guys are okay with a longer video for me checking out more of these flat rides and attractions, just let me know down below if that's something you want to see. If we're doing it guest style, right? Sometimes I don't really know until I get there. So I feel like for the experimentation of this video, we're just going with it. Wherever we go is what we get, and that's what we're here for. I went down this one already, right? That's the steel top. I just feel like I didn't come through this way. What's going on here? What is all this? Huh. How do I get out of the Viking area? We're gonna sprint. If you toggle shift, you do get a sprint in this mode. Wait a second. Is that... I know we rode an inverted coaster. Valkyrie. I'm so confused. Did I go on this? I don't think I did. I've lost track already. No, that's a flying coaster. Look at that. Okay. All right. Wow. Look at it swoop over the boarding station like that. Very, very cool. So, I did get a little confused. A lot of these coasters are using almost the exact same boarding station. Track length 1,200 meters, max speeds 100 kilometers. 8 inversions on this, some air time, and a scenery rating of 5,000. Oh, we should keep an eye on these scenery ratings in the future, because I am curious to know, like, what is like the highest score you can get. So I think we'll want to tilt the camera just a little bit, because we are flying. Technically, she's looking completely down, right? So I think we should try that. Not completely down. Woo! All right, let's check it out. Oh. Now, we are kind of flying around a lake. I think it would have been an awesome opportunity to almost build like a Viking harbor with boats, longships, and various things like that. So we're like a bird soaring over the Viking harbor. I think that'd be kind of cool. I actually, because of all of these Viking spotlights that we've been checking out, there's been so many Viking coaster spotlights. I picked up Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the Ubisoft sale last week for like 20 bucks Canadian, and I only played for a few hours, but it is fun because you can ride your Viking longship while changing your camera into the bird view, and you can fly your bird above your ship. And I just remember thinking, like, man, you could have a flying coaster flying over Viking ships and like a Viking battle down below in Planet Coaster. And I think if you guys really like the Planet Coaster 2 Viking stuff, I believe Assassin's Creed Valhalla is still on sale at the time of this video being released. So go check out Assassin's Creed Valhalla and, use it as inspiration, because they do a really good job of building like these really cool landscapes, as well as really nicely constructed Viking villages. All right, look at this, you guys. We have arrived in the Greek mythology area. I don't know how we got here. Or where we are and what is happening, but I'm here for it. What are we doing here? Oh, there's a shark guy. This is... This takes us back to the center. Hello? That animation looks so wacky. Okay, well, let's go back in here. I think you put your... I can't really show it without breaking immersion, but you can do staff zoning. And if you take a Greek mascot and assign them to this zone, they will not leave it. And I like that aspect of the game because you can actually really assign where you want your mascots to be, and you couldn't do that in Planet Coaster 1. So you can actually have like the properly thematic mascots in the areas that you want them to be. I don't know why I went down this route, but I was compelled to do so. There's a giant Woody over there. Is the queue on this side? I mean, yes. Look at... Wait, maybe? Wait, now I'm in a tropical resort. No! I do want to see this side of the park, absolutely. But I'm going to reverse time. All right, we have reverse time. We are back in the mythology area of the park. And I'm actually excited about this because mythology as a composition has been challenging. Wait, was the last one female and this one... Can you do male and female mascots? Or is there two different types? He's having fun playing his harp. La 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 la. What was I saying? Yeah, the mythology, we've seen quite a handful of coasters so far, but what I haven't seen is like a thematic mythology area, and I'm really curious how that looks, and it's looking pretty good so far. So I'm excited about this. Okay, whoa, we're going straight up. There's a look at the test results if you'd like to see them. Oh no, I hit start test. Uh-oh, what have I done? I've kicked them all off. Okay, we're just gonna go in test mode then. And we'll do middle seat. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Test dummies in the way. My bad. Whoa! This one feels incredibly smooth and fluid. I like this so far. La, 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 la. Amazing. Yeah, I feel, in my opinion, mythology's the hardest theme. It's been... Tree! Hello, tree. Yeah, because you have, like, the big mythology coliseums. What are they called? The cathedral-style builds. But what else do you have? That's a lot of, like, one-level, one-story type builds, other than the coliseums. So in order to, like, really make it captivating, you need to work with the landscape, right? And I feel like, how are people going to make their mythology areas stand out from one another? Are they going to feel the same after a while, right? Whereas I feel different themes in Planet Coaster 1, such as like fantasy, pirate, all those different things, people have found thousands of different ways to make them stand out from one another. And this is something we just won't find out until later, as this is truly the first mythology area that we've explored, right? And I'm hoping that the next one feels a little different, and then people start elevating from there. But I personally think it's a bit of a challenge, for sure. As a result, I don't know if it's my favorite theme because of its flexibility, right? But I do think a lot of the coasters and rides we've seen have been very, very well constructed and immersive mythology themes. I definitely like the theme overall. I just hope we get to experience a lot of variety from it as we go in further. All right, we're going on Pegasus. What am I looking at here? Here's a look at the ride results. I do wish it said what the coaster was. So I feel like it's a standard corkscrew coaster. Yeah. You know what I want to try? Chase view. Let's do this. Well, the camera flipping's not the greatest, but that's okay. You know what I just realized? To my previous talking point of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, there's also Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Is it Odyssey? Odyssey was the Greek mythology one, right? I remember, I think I put like 100 hours into that one. And In terms of Assassin's Creed games, I played Assassin's Creed 1 for Xbox Original, and then I just never played the series ever again until Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I remember it had, you know, how many Assassin's Creed games have there been? Like one a year, right? So returning back to the series with Odyssey, I remember thinking, wow, this is incredible. All the different new elements and the Greek villages and scenes were incredible. And what I think they did really, really well, which I think people should take inspiration from, was the height. You know, you would climb to the top of a mountain and there would be like this amazing Greek village with buildings all the way down and around, and then a town down below. I think those are going to be the captivating vistas that are going to separate the good Greek mythology parks from the amazing ones from the good ones. Yes, that would also be another great game to draw inspiration from, which is probably, again, on sale. I am not sponsored by Ubisoft, by the way. I just really enjoyed Valhalla and Odyssey. Both great games that are the themes that are just so happen to be in Planet Coaster. So, yeah, I highly recommend them. It does kind of say, like, the coaster name here. This is Wing 1. This is intended to be a winged wait, come back! Oh, God. Apparently our creator had forgotten to open this, and it's in test mode, so it like leaves right away. So there's the test results if you'd like to see them. Very fast coaster, 123 kilometers per hour. Eight vertical Gs as well on this one. Okay. Here we go. So one talking point or I guess point of advice or feedback, I've noticed this myself from building a couple coasters in career mode. When you do use those pre-made pieces like the rolls and stuff, they're not actually constructed out of, they're not like constructed out of track by track pieces by Frontier. They're instead like a pre-made piece, which means they cannot be smooth. So when you're doing a transition from like a roll to a piece of track that you made, it's very hard to smooth it, and that's where you get those kind of like janky pieces. And in fact, like I've noticed on like Silverhead's channel, by the way, I would go check him out. He builds the most amazing roller coasters, and he just does those elements himself. And I feel like just a few pieces and then hit that smooth tool, you almost get better results because of the transition inward and outward, leaving the segment. And so that's definitely something to try. It's more of an advanced technique, but if you just like manually build the roll yourself and smooth it down, I think you will get a better result overall. Hey, look at this. We got a little swimming area. Nobody's over here though. I think Frontier had mentioned in one of their upcoming updates that they're going to increase the guest capacity. And that is something I've noticed even doing the spotlights and various things is 6,000 really doesn't seem like a lot, which is crazy because I found in Planet Coaster 1, we never really did more than 6,000. For some reason, I feel like the guests really cling or are attracted to certain rides over others. And as a result, you will get a lot of rides and things that are more floating trees back here that are empty. So with that being said, it's not that 6,000 is not enough. Maybe Frontier just needs to rebalance their interest levels, right? I do not know how we're supposed to get to this slide, and I can't really do it without breaking immersion. Oh, look at this. So we go in the water and we go up here. But the problem is, if it's not in test mode, this is another thing that I wish... Yeah, we can't ride it unless a guest shows up. I'm not kidding. Oh, but we can test it. Perfect. I found a way to not break immersion. Perfect. Whee! All right. There we go. I found a solution. But now it is in test mode and the guests can't go on it, so. But, which one did I just go on? I was distracted. Let's go on this one. Wait, it said occupied. There was a... Was there a... Oh, I think this is the one we just went on. Oh! Whee! Tree in the way. Open testing, start test, off we go. All right, love it. All right, that's a look at a couple pools. I think there's a whole other water park area in this theme park as well. I think I caught a glimpse of one earlier. Okay, this is cool. That's an exit. Wait, we just went on Pegasus, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Talos Watch by Mr. Burb. Now, it says by Mr. Burb. Now, what did Mr. Burb do? Was it the station? Was it the coaster? Oh, it's a flat ride. They definitely did the whole Helter Skelter. So, here we go. Helter Skelter. Ah! Again with the polish. You put trees everywhere. Yeah. How do I get off? Here we go. Yeah, just give your park spotlights a, like, simulate your own park spotlight so that when you submit it, you kind of, well, you'll know what I'll be running into because you'll run into it yourself, and then you can fix that, and then we won't have that issue on our end. Nice fountain area. I think this can't be it because I feel like, or maybe it is. Yeah, that was the flying coaster, was it? I don't know. I will say it is a challenge to navigate a whole park without cheating and looking at it from a bird's eye view. Yeah, that's the flying oh no, that's the wing coaster as it was. So I think we're done. I will look at everything. Minotaur's Wrath. Oh, that's the flat ride. Okay, I'm good on the flat ride. We're pretty deep into this video and we haven't even checked out a whole other section of this park. And I don't even know how to get there. That's a nice view. Lost my train of thought. Where am I going? Ooh. I do want to go on that swinging chair ride if I can get there in time. Wait, what is this? Is this your queue? Oh, that's the exit. But we are going to go up the exit and ride it. All right, here we go. This gives me the bird's eye view that I was looking for, although it's pretty fast. So in terms of the Greek area, we went on that coaster, that one at the back, that one, I think we hit them all. It's hard to tell, and I'm getting actually nauseous. I'm gonna throw up. Holy moly. Okay, whew. I'll check at the end of the video if we hit them all, but I feel like we got this area checked off the list. So last but not least is the tropical adventure area of the park, which is a little challenging to get to from here, but we have arrived. And this is the tropical area, tropical resort, which honestly, I'm pretty excited for. I have said in a few videos now that it's the most underused theme, but also maybe my favorite. It's very cheerful. The music's great. It's amazing. What's not to like about this theme? Green across the board, 100 kilometers per hour, average speeds are 50, 5 airtime counts, 2 seconds of airtime total. Pretty good stats here. I like to see it. Look at this. Tropical resort, everybody. This puts me in a good mood. And I was already in a good mood. I'm in a better mood. Amazing. I love it. I think it's my favorite ride in the park. The color scheme's great. The little flower lights all over it. We got the vibing music, the tropical plants, the water there. Everything is super vibrant, really playful. Great track layout on that. I love everything. This is awesome. Look at this place. Tropic X. Let's go. We're jumping queue. Thank you for doing that. All right. Look at this. It's intertwined with the other coaster, goes through the back. Quite a crazy layout. Tropic X. There's a look at the ride stats. If you want to see them, it is green across the board. 8 inversions on this guy. And look at this coaster train. It's like a freaking Top Gun jet fighter. Somebody has to take this and turn it into a jet fighter. Add wings to it and stuff. I think that'd be awesome. Let's do cinematic. Oh, that was a horrible idea. We're a shark. We're a shark, everybody. There we go. I'm committed. We're committed to the cinematic. I will give you another perspective because I have failed miserably at choosing this cinematic. All right, now it's kind of working out for us. All right. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a front bumper. Let's go. That last segment's a little rough, but we made it. Oh my god. Yeah, a couple of tad bits of smoothing on your coasters here and there. Other than that, pretty good. Let's, we have a volcano coaster. So I'm pretty curious about this because I see fire effects, I see some lava, and I am very, whoa, look at that. Wait, I'm gonna go up the exit on this one. What is this? Look at the spinning car. I wonder if they made this themselves. I have not seen this submitted for Flat Ride Spotlight yet, but that's a fun vibe. The spinning car is hilarious. You know what would be a nice evolution? I just thought of this idea. You know how we could place things onto the ride? What if we could move the seats so we could actually put a seat up here? That would be amazing. Then we can make our own flat rides. Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't think that'll ever happen though. That is a wish list item. Okay, the big wave is what it was called. Look at this. So I'm very curious to see how the fire effects work in Planet Coaster 2. We haven't seen a whole lot of fiery creations yet. Oh, and look at that. Is that a mine train coaster? It looks, can you swap out the cars in Planet Coaster 2? I think you can, right? Well, it was a mine train track for sure. I haven't done any of the rides at nighttime right now, but can I switch the time of day at night? I can with the arrow keys. So if you're wondering how I did that while I was in this view, you hit N, and then you use the arrow keys on the keyboard, and then you hit, then hit escape to close it. So now we're at night. I feel like this will be the one to ride at night, because look at that. Wait, don't leave without me. Oh, all right. Test results on this coaster are there. 1,700 meters in length, 152 kilometers, which makes it, I think, the fastest coaster in the park, but 9 vertical G-forces on this one. Look at the scenery rating, 18,000. I am curious to keep an eye on scenery ratings going into future videos. How do we want to ride this? Maybe just seat view. Why not? Ooh. Look at that fire. And we might get a couple good shots of the park from here at night. But we should definitely look at the park at night at the end of the video. Look at that. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh my goodness. Fire and brimstone. The fire effects are really nice in this game, aren't they? Love to see it. Make sure to put your block sections on a roasty, fiery hill. Oh my goodness. Well, we're all dead. Any day now. I love how the music's so peaceful as we're all dying. We made it. Whew. That was a doozy. Look at all this stuff. I love these resort buildings. That one looks custom made because I do not recognize that. That's not what... Oh, Baralmic made it custom. Definitely custom. I have started to recognize the Frontier made stuff. That's a Frontier made ride because I've been using this stuff myself in my career Let's Play. So go check out my Let's Play, you guys. Every Monday and Friday, I'm releasing my own buildings in Planet Coaster 2. I've been having fun playing the game myself. Absolutely. Kahuna. The big Kahuna. Oh, it's actually a train. So it's a mine train coaster. I suspected it would be a swinging mine train coaster, which I think isn't currently working properly in terms of the swing, but this is because this is one we have to ride at the back or front bumper, but I like the back. Let's do it. Looks like we have some flumes to ride, and actually quite intricate ones at that. Yeah, they go all around the hills there. Let me, oh, that gave me an idea. We need some 2,000 meter exploration flumes. Cause why not? Whoa! That was unexpected. The bubble bath into the under the sea. That was the biggest shock factor you got out of me this whole video. That was cool. I really like that. Too bad the coaster wasn't a little bit more smooth. It's a little sporadic, but I love this under the sea thing. It's a mine train coaster that goes underwater. I never would have thought or guessed that would happen. And that was a fun surprise. I like it. Yeah, pretty sporadic. Coaster needs to be like stretched out a little bit more. These are usually, I mean, the hill right there, the lift is massive. Normally you don't get like the biggest lifts for a mine train coaster like this. They're supposed to be a little bit more on the mild side. And because we had so much speed, that needed to be stretched out a little bit more. But very fun theming on that one. I quite liked it. So let's go check out a water park. Can I just jump the fence? Yeah, why not? Let's go for a swim. Look at the toilet bowl. Okay. Well, I'm assuming we go up here, right? No, maybe? Let's do some exploring. There are a lot of flumes here. And we've checked out a few flumes. Duck your heads. Where am I going? How do I get there? Let's go on up. Oh, look at the options. Yeah, this is exciting to me. We're gonna start here. And we got the little mat. Open testing, start test. There we go. Woohoo! Yeah, because like we had 13 coasters to ride in this video, but then you add in, I don't know, 5 or 6 flumes there. We had 2 at the other area. And that really gives us a lot more stuff to ride. So this is one thing to consider, is a quicker way back to your staircase. Not only does it take a while for me to get there, but it takes the guests a while as well. So we got the tube ride. This thing is super janky, and I don't think that's your fault. I've noticed some of the flume elements made by Frontier don't look very fun on the camera. See that? We got some Park Beyond stuff happening there. All right. And I did see shout out to, is it Miss T-Rex? She had made a video that made me realize what a brilliant idea it is. If you select your pool and put exit or close the pool, you can still have people launch from a slide into the pool, but then they'll immediately get out because it's closed, so they're not supposed to swim in it. And as a result, what you get is exit pools. Or yeah, basically you don't want to like come down a slide and slam into people that are swimming. So if you make it an exit pool by closing it, when they get off the ride, plunk, they'll immediately get out of the pool. So what you can have is like a pool like this over here where all of the flumes let you into, and then you can have your lazy rivers, your swimming pools, and all those things separate, and then you're creating a little bit more purpose for each of the different pools and why. Whereas if you have it all like one giant pool where they're swimming, they're getting launched into it, and they're also have the lazy river, they can get very, very congested. And I think that's one good way to control the experience a little bit. Now, there must be another pool somewhere in this park. Because I remember when I don't know if it's, maybe it's not this park. I was loading up and trying to pick out spotlights and plan the content for the week, but I remember seeing a pool where it actually launches you. The water jets shoot you, and I was like, what? You can do that? I'm not sure if it was in this park or not, but I remember thinking, oh, I'm very excited about the things you can do with this, because you can make a literal 5-kilometer long launched flume and just rip us around the whole park in a flume, and I want to see that. All right, we've made it back to the main entrance plaza. Ladies and gentlemen, we have not broken immersion. My recording says 1 hour and 20 minutes before editing. That is the length of a massive mega park, if I ever seen one, but done in Planet Coaster 2. So now we can break immersion and we can see what I actually missed. I actually think I pulled a rabbit out of my hat. I hit all of the rides without missing any and did it all in the immersive park view. We did see a lot of bugs, like you went in there crazy with the brush tool, the scenery brush tool or whatever, and you know, as a result, while you're painting all of your trees in, some of those trees landed on the coasters and rides and attractions. As a result, we had a few glitchy moments. So just be careful with that. Just do a QA pass. We saw some floating trees, some floating rocks. I think when you're using the brush tool, by the way, you can do avoid. So it'll avoid hitting any scenery and other objects, but you can also do align to surface. I've seen people have this off, and that's where you get the floating trees. So you want to do avoid paths, align to surface, and that sort of thing. So we don't have trees in the queue. Smooth tool could definitely be utilized better on the coasters to create better swooping pieces. That was something I noticed pretty much on almost all of the coasters throughout this park. So just get a little bit crazier with your smoothing tool for sure. And in the future, maybe try to avoid some of the pre-made elements and try to build them yourselves. I would just literally use the piece that you want and go like, oh yeah, I want to use that pre-made piece. And then like, why don't I just build it myself and hit smooth a bunch of times? And you will get a better flowing coaster as a result. So that's something to try in the future. I think the most surprising coaster for me is going to be this one, the Kahuna. That was very fun going through the waterfall and the bubbles and seeing the underwater world. That for me is like what I'm looking for in a park spotlight or a coaster spotlight, that surprise factor. Whereas a lot of the other coasters were, you know, they had good layouts, they were worked into the surrounding environment, they had good vistas. It was all good, but there wasn't a wow factor. There wasn't something like, whoa, I didn't expect that, right? So thinking about ways how you can introduce those wow factors, you definitely figured that out with the Kahuna ride. So I definitely appreciated that. And I feel like thematically and coaster layout wise, I've personally enjoyed this Aloha Zephyr the most. I really like the setting of it, the tropical nature. So I'm going to give that as my favorite pick for the day. I'd like to know what your guys' favorite coaster was and why. There's 13 of them here today, so plenty to choose from and all very fun for different reasons. The Aerosmith coaster was actually quite surprising. You got me on that one for sure. I've officially coined that song the Aerosmith song. So very cool. Like, I feel like there's so much to talk about, so much to unpack, so much to take in, because it's the very first ever park spotlight in Planet Coaster 2. You did a Greek themed area, the Viking area, as well as the tropical. So you did one of the three themes. I guess the only one left is what? The Planet Coaster one, as well as the aquatic. But you did have aquatic in the tropical. Scenery theme, nature, Viking, resort, mythology, aquatic. Yeah, that is all of them for now. So you pretty much tried to jam pack the whole game into this one park, and we got a little bit of a taste of everything. And I quite like that. It came together really, really nice. I feel like this sets the bar. We've never seen a fully completed end-to-end mega park in Planet Coaster 2 yet, and it was pretty awesome. It very, very well constructed. And this builder said they had some challenges with arthritis and different things like that. And it's their first build ever in any Planet Coaster game. And it turned out really, really quite nice. I like everything about it. Just needs a little QA pass, and that's about it. But I mean, this is setting the bar pretty high, you guys. And I know there are some more parks that we're going to be featuring in the future here. I've got a handful picked out. Some really good ones to look forward to. And some mini parks as well. But in terms of, where we're at, this is the best one so far, and it's the one to beat. And I think it's quite the challenge to meet this quality or go above. So what else can you do, right? You've hit all the themes, and it's just about elevating with those surprise factors and making more intimate areas in terms of immersion and stuff. But I think this one did all of those things very, very well. So this is a solid first time submission and first ever park spotlight in Planet Coaster 2. And I had such a good time doing it all in guest view. Felt immersive the whole way through. I'd like to know if you guys enjoyed that too, because in Planet Coaster 1, I tend to pop out a little bit, I cheat a little bit, I navigate, and having it restricted to guest cam the whole way through definitely felt different. And that's exciting for somebody who's done 650 park spotlights over the last 8 years to have a completely new feeling experience, a new looking experience. The graphic quality, the fidelity, the weather changing as we're playing the game is all making the experience for me fresh again. And with that being said, I definitely feel like I can do another 600 more park spotlights and feel excited about going into each and every one of them. And that is awesome. So hats off to our builder here today, Parlo Tricks 76. Thank you again for your Patreon support. You got featured first here today because you are a Patreon. And again, links for those Patreon is down in the description below if you guys want to support the show just because you like it or you want to get your stuff seen, whichever you feel. All support is much appreciated. What did you guys think of this park here today? Fire away down in the comments below, and that is going to do it in today's episode of Park Spotlight. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye now.